Yo, welcome back to the channel. Ed Talks About. I'm Ed. So yeah, you may have seen the title of the video and thought, what is he talking about? Nah, listen. So, first of all, thank you very much for all the likes, all the subscribers. Very close to 1,500. And at any point in the time in the video, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like it, if you like me, everything, subscribe to the channel. It does help out, you know, like, and if you push the thumbs up, if you're watching this and you give it a thumbs up, it just helps the algorithm, helps you get pushed further out there. So yeah, thank you very much, much love. So it says, do not use cannabis, doesn't it, my title? If, and the first if would be, if you are on any type of blood thinners, i.e. warfarin. I know cannabis don't work with warfarin very well, and the reason being is, cannabis is a natural blood thinner on its own. So if you've got, let's go with warfarin, you have to take a certain amount every day, and it's very, very specific, the amount every single person has got to take. Every individual is different, because it's all to do with the regulation of your blood, thinning of your blood. Say for instance, you've got a pacemaker, or you've had a heart transplant, you know, the heart transplant, you had a valve transplant. Your blood needs to be at a certain thickness for everything to work perfectly. So if you're consuming cannabis extract especially, then it's going to knock your bloods out. So I would suggest staying away from cannabis if you're on warfarin, or if you're on any other ones like clopidogrel. Please, just be careful. So that's number one, why you shouldn't be consuming cannabis if you're on a specific medication. Also, with medications, please, when you consume cannabis, if you're consuming it for a medicinal purpose, like me, you need to look at, if you're on medications for, say you've got lupus, and they've given you a specific medication for that lupus. Now please just write in the Google search, interactions with cannabis and whatever your medication you have. It's always better to just check and be on the safe side, because if you're using it for a medicinal purpose, you don't want it to interact with your other medications. So that's just another reason why you should be careful using cannabis. I'm not saying don't use it completely with that, but warfarin, that's a very touchy subject. I mean, there's been stories of people going into hospital, the bleeding noses and that, and they're like, what are you doing? It's like, I consume cannabis. Well, that's why, because it's thinning your blood already. Now, a lot of people was telling me to get oils and consume oils when I had the flu. I didn't want to write all this into the comments because I'd have to write it over and over again. But cannabis is an immunosuppressant. It's not an immunosuppressant in a sense where you can take it if you've had a liver transplant or a kidney transplant. It's not that type of, it won't work for that. But it will drop your immune system just a little bit. Why do you think it works for autoimmune diseases? Because an autoimmune disease is an overactive immune system. My wife has lupus, Crohn's, arthritis, Raynaud's, degenerative. She's got loads of things. So, but she's on special medication, but she could use cannabis as an immunosuppressant. But it's not something you should be thinking, oh, I can switch out my immunosuppressants and just use cannabis. No, 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 I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Just be careful when you've got a bug, like a flu or a cold. Just be careful if you're taking an extract, because it's an immunosuppressant. It may make you feel better for the time being, which is fair enough. Everyone wants to feel better when they're ill. I loved just a little bit of clarity when I was feeling ill, but it will take you a little bit longer to get better because it's dropped your immune system just that little bit. Another reason, hang on a minute, I've got a dry throat. As you can tell, I've been ill. Coffee today, mate, coffee today. You know what, I used to drink 20 cups of tea a day, gone right off tea, give me a couple of coffees and that's it. But anyway, right then my next point is not to say don't use cannabis, but my next point is please, if you're having an operation, if you have any operation where you're going to be cut, right, going to be given drugs by an anaesthetist, you need to inform the doctor that's performing, the doctor that's doing the operation and the anaesthetist, because the anaesthetist needs to know that you're on cannabis, because like I said before, the blood thinning, and also they need to know, because you're going to interact with medications differently than the average Joe that does the straight A geezer that don't take nothing. You're going to react differently to him. So you please just inform them. It's only for your benefit. It's going to help you in the long run. And obviously the anaesthetist, if you tell him, not going to have a go at you because you're prescribed it. I'm prescribed it. So they can't have a go at me. They're just going to go, oh, well, thank you very much for informing me. Now I can go and adjust the medication accordingly to what I need to do, because they've been taught. A lot of people have operations when they're cocaine addicts, when they're opium addicts, they're heroin addicts. They've been trained in this. So they know how to deal with someone who consumes cannabis daily. So if you ever having an operation, even whether it's an ingrown toenail, tell the person that's doing it, and it will just help. Everything will go smoother. Like I say, you're not in trouble, can't get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And even if you wasn't prescribed it at the time by a doctor and you're using it self-medicating, still inform them, because you're doing them a favour. They can't tell you off because you had a joint with your mate on the weekend because it was his birthday. They can't tell you off. Do you see what I'm saying? But they can adjust things accordingly to help you. Going to the dentist. If you're going to have a tooth pulled, like when I went to my dentist, I filled out in the forms, prescribed medical cannabis to be vaporised daily. Now, they've got that on their record. They know. So if I have a tooth pulled, they know what the apple is. They know what's going to happen. My blood being thin, the medications that they're giving me to numb, they might have to change it a little bit. You know, these little things, the dentist will applaud it as well. They need to know this information. So if you're ever going for any type of tooth, toe, you have a cut, you got a lump in your arm, it's getting cut out, whatever it is, please inform them. And also, this is the obvious one, this is the novice one, don't drive if you've just consumed cannabis. If you've been prescribed cannabis, it says on it, do not drive heavy machinery if you feel drowsy or sleepy. Yes, that makes absolute sense. Give it an hour after taking your medication, see how you feel, assess the situation. Are you able to drive? If you are impaired, sit your ass back down. Do not get in a car impaired. I hate people driving when they're out of their nut. It is a real big hate of mine. I really hate it. So if you're driving impaired, do one. But please, just be careful. I want you to be safe. This is what this video is about. It's purely safety. I just want you to be safe when you're consuming your medicine. No matter what way you're consuming it, please, just be safe. One more thing. Don't consume cannabis if you've had schizophrenic episodes. It's not going to help you. Opioids ain't going to help you. None of that's going to help you. Alcohol won't help you. Tobacco won't help you. Cannabis won't help you. If you are psychotic in that sense where you've had some episodes in the past, it's only going to exacerbate them. So please, stay away from it. Find something else. Talk to your doctor if you need pain relief or something. Okay? Anyway, like I say, this video is for me just to help you be safe. So please, be safe out there, everyone. And if no one said it to you today, I'm going to say it to you. I love you. Be safe. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. Peace out, my people.